Okay, you guys. Oh, hi, you guys. This is Gwendolyn, and for today's video, I wanted to show you guys my new foundation, the Sephora Tint Infusion. Is that foundation right?
Yes, ma'am. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to apply the Sephora Tint Infusion foundation. This Sephora foundation is not that expensive. I I can't remember what it retails for, but I paid like $7 to $9. I think $9 for this one, and this is the 20 milliliter, which is like a 0.67 fluid ounces. But anyway, this consistency of this Sephora foundation, I can't think of the name of the foundation, reminds me of, it's similar to this ready to wear, the Skin Perfection. It's kind of, well,
they're similar.
I'm trying to think. This one is not as liquidy as this one, but this is kind of liquidy like. Of course, it's a liquid, but
so
it's more runny.
Oh, okay. So that one's a little bit thicker.
This one is a little bit more runny than this, but it sort of remind me, and the wear, the way when I wear it, the way it lasts on my face without this, without my
primer.
I always want to call this a concealer. Without my primer. Okay, so, and I do without primer sometimes because when I need my makeup to remove quickly, I don't do all of the priming and things like that. I know it's not a good idea, but that's me. That's how I do things.
I don't use a primer.
I don't care for primers. It doesn't help very much. I notice when I use, well, no, wrong. I don't think the primer is that big of an issue, but I do know, seemingly, when I do the primer or put powder on first or whatever, I thought I had mostly oily skin. I believe I have more of a combination skin. But when I use that finishing spray and I use Urban Decay, usually I have that other one, I think it's Kat Von D or something, whatever. Maybe I'm doing something incorrectly. My makeup breaks away. It moves. It doesn't move. It starts breaking away later in the day. I don't know. I don't know what product is doing it. I have no idea. But I notice when I don't spray, my makeup lasts.
Your makeup lasts better.
I could be wrong. Something I'm not doing correctly. I'm definitely not knocking the product. I don't know enough about how to apply my makeup yet.
I've never used the Urban Decay setting spray.
I don't know enough about what I need and how to use it. But I'm going to apply this one today. I really like this. I like the color. Oh, the color is, I guess it's just I don't know if the color is part of this with the 45, but this is Cafe Latte. I think that's the color. Why can't, okay.
Want me to chat?
One of these days in life, you guys, I'm going to create my own foundation, and I'm going to put a color. It's going to be called Brown Coconut or something. It's going to be straight out where you can totally know what it is instead of putting numbers, and it's going to say red undertone, whatever, yellow undertone, blue, green, whatever. One of these days, because they make it like a code.
Yes, ma'am.
It's like you got to be a part of the CIA to figure out what it is. Okay, what's the code? We can't tell. Somebody may go buy that product. That one, we don't want to. That's what happened. And this one with the dropper, I guess that's what these are called, like these droppers. I don't know why, because I rub the makeup on my skin as is.
Yes, ma'am.
The droppers are usually, see, it's like, I don't know why I'm frowning at, but this one, the dropper is like with my Marc Jacobs as well. It's like, I can't describe. No, this one just moves around a little bit.
That one's not a dropper.
This is not a dropper. This is just, what is this?
That one's just like a stick to apply.
I know, that's weird, huh? Because I use this the same way. I use the dropper. I just use it.
I think it's easier to do it
like that. So, I was trying to compare the consistency of the two products, of the different ones. It's sort of, but it's not as thick as maybe, but it reminds me of this one a little bit too, the Revlon. It's just being in a dropper. It just doesn't really do anything different than the other ones. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they needed a dropper per se, especially with that much product coming off on it. Because I just do like this. I just
don't think it's runny enough.
But it's runny. It's sort of runny. Like if I squeeze a little bit, watch this. It's a little bit runny.
A little bit.
It'll start running. It's like, I think a lot of these droppers, whatever, are messy. You know, I'm not going to leave this running. I'm going to go ahead and I'll put this on. Let me take this earring out. You know how we are with our makeup. We got that color that will show anywhere.
I know.
You breathe wrong in the show. Okay, I don't know if I need another. Where it is in this dropper? What is that sound?
The turtles.
That's them?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys, our turtles are so loud.
So noisy.
Those things they're just so noisy. This one, this color that I'm using has a red undertone because that's what I prefer. I think it looks better.
I think that one blends.
I don't like yellow.
I think red undertones blend with you.
What's that, Indian? I don't put on a lot, but I think I may need a little bit more. And I think it's buildable, this particular one. I like their foundations. Initially, I didn't like this one that much because I burned my skin. Oh, look, a little bit. Oh, of course it's flammable. But when I sprayed it on my hand.
Yeah, you burned it.
To be prepared for putting it on my face, it burned my hand. Left a burn mark. It hurt too. It was crazy. I know it says flammable, but it doesn't say your skin.
It didn't say anything on the packaging about that.
But I know it does in the directions suggest spraying further away.
Yes, ma'am.
But it doesn't say if you don't, you're going to lose a layer of skin. Okay, go ahead and film. So bring it in. I'm going to take you out. It's just funny, but it burned terribly. I mean, burn, like if I had a match or something lit into my skin, it literally burned. I had to put aloe on it. Mm-hmm. It was a big burn mark. I'm like, just trying to put I was trying to put makeup on. It wasn't the 4th of July. I wasn't messing around with fireworks. I was just really trying to put on makeup. I don't know how well this makeup is coming off on camera, but it is a nice color. I just trying to look sideways at this mirror, and it's just, I guess when you're trying to apply something differently. But I do like it a lot. This one, this color, I love a lot. I love and for $9, I keep saying $9. I think I got it $9 or $7.
You said it was around that price.
I can't remember which one, but I don't know the actual price of this one. I don't know the exact price. I don't remember the price of this either, but this one, you can see has a little bit of reddish undertone.
You can tell.
This is the one more like the airbrush. I love this color. Oops. Every time I sit in here, I think it's the heat from the lights.
Yes,
because when I sit in here, film, you guys, I hear that.
The smoke detector beep.
Or something. I was going to look this up and see what's the regular price of this one.
I can look it up for you.
It is the Sephora Tint Infusion.
Okay.
A natural finish foundation. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. I like it just as much as I like Marc Jacobs. I like this.
It's $9.
I paid $9. And what does it retail for? It's pretty reasonable.
I see it on the Sephora site for $9.
That's what it was.
That's what I see.
Is it a clearance or anything? Well, I must have paid. I paid $9 or $7. It was marked down from something. I don't know. Maybe that is just the price.
I don't see. Well, if I click on it, I don't see it at the Sephora website anymore. It could be. Maybe it's gone.
Maybe it was clearance out. I don't know why it was that price,
Yeah,
but maybe it's
I can't search it.
maybe
on the
it is regular
website.
price, but that's
So it
what
says
I
it's for
paid for this.
$9, but you can't search it on the website anymore. So it could be gone now.
I don't know. Oh, then it could be VIB. Lexi's not a VIB. It could,
That's
you know, Father,
true.
she can't get in there. That's why I got it coded like this.
I have to.
Because for those non-VIB people, like Lexi, you don't know what we do. You don't know how we do this.
Do a lot of stuff.
They made this specifically for people that, you know, their membership. You know how they do it. So the other one, sorry, can't get in there. So I'm doing that with this today because I really like this color. Now I'm going to show you really quickly how this one is so liquidy. But if I squeeze the dropper from the Sephora, it reminds me a little bit of this one, like I said, the ready to wear. Look how liquidy. I wish I had something to let it drop on. Here's a tissue. This one is so liquid. Oh no, it won't drop. Typical.
Of course, when you're trying to show it.
See?
There you go. Oh, can you actually hold it up a little bit more?
See how much it drops? Boom.
Yep.
Boom. Boom. That's what it reminds me of with this one a little bit. That's what those droppers, you got to be careful of if when you squeeze and pull up like that it's going to, let me do a little bit more. It could possibly drop quickly. I'm not doing it.
That one is, I think, just a little bit thicker.
It's kind of thick until I squeeze it out of the dropper. I'm not getting in the dropper very well. There it is. See?
Okay.
See? So you got to be careful.
You have to
if you
be
squeeze
careful.
enough in that dropper, it's going to come out crazy. Cream. Like this one. This one is just liquefied. This is a good makeup too, just for the record.
The ready to wear.
Ready to wear the Skin Perfection Serum Foundation. This feels a lot like, it wears like airbrush or something as well. This one does. But anyway, so we get back to my Sephora. This one feels really good. It's not, I don't have a primer on, and it's not sticky. I'm probably sure that it would, rub off a little bit because I didn't set it at all.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm trying to just use a piece of this tissue. I'm not going to rub it, but I don't see a lot of it. Anything. That's that other one coming through.
Yep, I don't see a lot.
Let me use another tissue of some sorts. But
You have your rice paper right there next to your phone.
But this is just for the shine. It may not show if the product comes off, especially that type. It's not going to show if the product comes off. But I don't know if I don't feel like it moves a whole lot if I don't do anything major. But I'm so hot. Put on a little of my stuff and see how it just holds. I would try to do the thingy with see how long it wears, but I had it on the other day and I slept in it. Yep, went to sleep with it on. Sometimes while you sleep, you may get that casting call. Somebody may show up and say, "Hey girl, I got a movie
So silly.
I want you to do." So sometimes you gotta be ready. No, sometimes I just fall asleep with my makeup on, and it's not. Of course, we know how terrible that is, but
I think it just depends.
You know what it reminds me of when people say that there are people that would really flip out, like, "Oh my God, that's why you're gonna get." And I don't have acne, I never had it, and I know not even just because I'm older.
I think it depends on the makeup too.
I've never had all of that.
But
I think
you've never
that
had any. I've fallen asleep in my Bare Minerals, and I didn't have any issues. Personally, for me, I take my makeup off just because of how my skin responds to things. But I have fallen asleep in my Bare Minerals. I've fallen asleep with my
reader contacts on, and so far I'm not blind. Watching me walk up, coming on the next video, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it happened." But I don't stress over things that much. I just don't. If it happened, what are you gonna do? Go back and redo? Said, "Lord, I need a redo. I fell asleep with the makeup on. Could you give me a redo?" So I don't stress over it. If I just get up the next day and clean my skin or whatever. It's just what I do. But that's one reason why I don't wear lots of primers all the time, because I don't mind my makeup being easier to
take off.
I don't want it built in. And then I don't have, and I'm not knocking people that have more skin conditions or issues or whatever. I think if that be the case, you need to still treat that, because foundation won't cover up a lot of those issues. It maybe, I don't think it would, but, and then you don't have to put so much makeup on.
Exactly.
I keep my face pretty much where I can feel air and things moving around on my face. I don't like to have too much makeup on. And when I wear bangs, just for the record, I know it's kind of crazy. It depends on how much it's going to show. I put really light to no makeup on my forehead. I know it's crazy.
When I have bangs too, I don't, because it just makes it, this hair just rubs against
and it's
the
just,
makeup.
I put something on it, like whatever, if it's a treatment or whatever I'm using on my skin, that medical little thingy that Sephora sells, I may do that. But I usually don't focus on my forehead a whole lot, or I may just go with whatever left over on my brush.
Exactly.
And do like that. I don't put a lot of makeup around my forehead. I'm not doing it much right now on purpose, because I'm just getting ready to take this makeup off. I would take it off in a little while. So that's why I'm not doing too much right now. But I wanted to show you guys this makeup is not expensive. I don't know if it's still there on the site, but I like it just as much as I like my Marc Jacobs and my Double Wear. I know this one probably will stay on longer for most people. I can guarantee it, but for me, it varies. It depends on what I do to build up my makeup. It depends on which products I add. If I go in and start doing that setting spray, it breaks this away. I can see it like in little specks. It starts to break away. And it could not be the spray. Then again, it could be the spray is not new. I've had it for a little while. I've had it for some months or something.
Yes,
I don't even know where I got it.
I think you got it from Sephora.
Did I buy it?
You bought it, because I didn't.
You never bought it? I don't even remember.
You ordered it.
I ordered it on. Sure did. So that could be an issue. I'm guessing sometimes makeup performs differently when it's older. It could be that. It could be a lot of different reasons. I'm definitely not blaming the makeup. I am saying the way I apply things, I apply makeup so basic, so lazy, and lazily. I'm guessing someone would consider that because I don't go through a lot of steps. I don't care to. But anyway, this is
just what works for you.
This is a really good foundation. I wanted to share this one because it's reasonably priced, and I like this one also from Sephora. So for you guys that looking to spend like the drugstore amount of monies for when or don't have this, I'm sure a lot of people already have it because you guys hit up Sephora.
I don't.
I have to race, man. And I got the notice. You get that little notification. Those people still break camp. It's like things are already sold out. So I'm like, well, who's getting the insider of the insider?
I know.
I guess it's that member that I'm an insider, got a certain amount of points. I guess they're up here. I have a lot of points, you guys. So I got to go to Sephora. Lexi,
I have like 300 points, I think.
She has 300. Who has 300 points?
That.
I think they give you that for starting out.
I think they do too. I use your name for my stuff, and then because I can't purchase certain things, I have to wait until you go and get it for me, or you're with me.
Lexi is a nobody when it comes to Sephora.
I just have a hard time with
She has the banging body. She got the gorgeous face, but Sephora's like, it doesn't matter here. Okay, thanks, Hayden.
Okay.
You guys, Hayden's straightening me up because I'm all over the place sometimes. But I wanted to come in and show this today because I really like this. This is a drugstore price. If it's still available, I have no idea.
Maybe in the store.
I have no idea. But it may be, I don't know. But it's a really, really good feeling.
And what is it
called?
See,
doesn't it? It's their
tinted fusion foundation.
And I'm looking for something that it says hydration something 12 each. I don't know what that means, but light to medium coverage, buildable, 12-hour hydration. That's what it is. It says 12-hour hydration with this. The dermatology tested. Sure. But everybody put that. It just sounds good. But it feels good. I like it a lot. Even with the lights and again a little shine, I like it. I won't set it with powder. Powder break. I don't know. My face is crazy. But does it look okay?
I think it looks good.
I said, girl, no, you thought you were working that, but you weren't. So put my little earrings back on. That's all I do. And I wear the makeup like that. I don't add a lot of things to it. I know you should. And I know that. I've heard it. This is one girl I was watching. I never remember names. That's why I can't give people credit for things. But she said something like she wears primers and she wears like even around the eyes, whatever that thing is called. And she said, but just why wouldn't you? It's like, I was looking at her like, oh my gosh. She's like, why wouldn't you? Good. That's a good point. Yeah. But my skin doesn't work well with it. I got to figure out the product to add with my product.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my thing. I just look at YouTubers, the great, oh my gosh, people on YouTube, makeup, just, oh my God, it's so gorgeous. But they know everything to connect.
Exactly.
They know what's powder to connect with what. I don't know. I don't know concealers. I don't know. So until I figure out my combination of what I need, I do bare minimum of everything. So anyway, bare minerals too. Bare minimum and bare minerals. But that's what I wanted to show you guys today was the Sephora. I know I'm sort of rambling. Remember to do that thingy. Notification bells. And remember to like, comment, and have a good rest of the week. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, you guys. Hi, Hayden. What are you doing today? Peace.
What?